And, yeah, there you go.
We're going?
Yeah.
We're going? Hi. Hi. Hi.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this is our podcast. I'm David. That's Zane. On our top 10 sexiest scenes in cinema.
Say the podcast name.
What's the podcast name?
David's top
Top 10 sexiest scenes in cinema.
David's top 10s.
David's top 10s.
Because we're not always doing just...
We're not, welcome to this new show. Episode 1. Okay. But we're not Star Wars. Okay, so number 10 on our list is a classic from the 90s called Titanic by Mr. James Cameron. And, of course, the sexiest scene is the Can I Draw You scene.
What about the cab scene?
Oh, yeah, the cab scene is, that's what happens after the I Draw You scene, of course, is the sexy drawing and then the sexy hand thing, you know?
On the fog. Yeah, don't touch the camera,
though. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's alright.
So that's number 10.
Number 9! Return of the Jedi. Empire Strikes Back. We were talking Star Wars, like, all of them kind of blend together. But, Empire Strikes Back. You got Han, Leia, on the Millennium Falcon. You know, they're holding hands. Ignore that, roommate. They're holding hands. They're getting all kinds of flirty. There's the whole Luke, Leia thing going on. And it's still a sort of dilemma thing. You don't find out till the end of the film that it's really a not gonna happen situation.
So it appears we have a guest. This is Joe.
Hey, Joe! Welcome to the podcast.
What are you talking about?
Sexiest. Top 10 sexiest.
Oh, where are we at? Where are we at?
Number 10, Titanic.
Yep.
Number 9.
Billy Zane?
No.
He wasn't... No.
Billy Zane was in Titanic?
Yeah, but he wasn't in the sexiest scene.
And then number 9 was The Empire Strikes Back, obviously. Yep. And so number 8 is, of course...
Is it my turn?
Sure.
What about, Wait, where am I supposed to look?
See the blue? The parentheses in blue?
I'm trying.
Above the monitor.
Okay, watch. This is me trying.
Okay, you're looking here. You go up there.
What? Okay, am I doing it now?
Sure.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright. So number 10 was Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9 was Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Empire.
He's close.
Yeah.
Number 8. My number 8. Joe's number 8. Joe's number 8. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Joe's number 8 is that part in the Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, Hill Valley. Yeah.
Where Marty McFly.
What a sexy movie.
Marty McFly was with his mom in the car.
What?
Wait,
and
no.
And
you know it's his mom.
No.
Well, Marty McFly was in the car with his mom. I'm still looking where I'm not supposed to look.
What are you talking about?
Right, I don't care where you're looking.
Number 8 is number 8. Sexiest scenes in Hollywood is when Marty McFly is in the car with his own mother.
Right, but the sexy part is George.
Marty McFly is with his own mother, and he has a unique emotional relationship in that scenario.
So you're saying it's hot when a mom tries to kiss her son.
Number 7, whose turn is number 7?
No.
Can we back up a little bit?
Deserves more debate.
I don't think that's sexy.
It's there's no thinking. It isn't. It is statistically not sexy.
Kind of Oedipal, and that's not sexy.
It is entirely Oedipal. In fact, literally.
What's your name?
So number 7.
Number 7.
Number 7. You made the list.
7.
Don't make me go find
Number
the
7. Number 7 on the YouTube. On the YouTube thing.
It's a podcast.
I don't know what that is.
Number 7 on our podcast is going to be, of course. What was number 7?
You wrote the list.
Wait. Were you gonna say the part where the doctor from Voyager? You know this one.
This is film.
Robert Picardo.
Where Robert Picardo fell in love with the woman.
The Gremlin in Gremlins 2: A New Batch.
What the hell is he talking about?
No. I think he's...
That's not...
I mean, he's wrong on our number 7 choice, but there is an episode of Voyager where the doctor falls in love with an alien woman who looks very monstrous. And
is that your number 7?
It wasn't, but...
Number 7 is the scene from The Bodyguard where Kevin Costner carries Whitney Houston off.
That's a weird...
Zane,
but you made the list.
Have you ever seen that movie? Have you ever seen that movie?
The Kevin Costner movie?
The Bodyguard. Have you seen The
I
Bodyguard? You're full of shit.
My stuff. I'm helping David make his podcast.
You should have just asked me. I know more about movies.
Drunk Bilbo.
Number 6. Number 6.
Yeah, what's number 6?
I think it's... no, it's your turn. You tell me what number 6 is.
Oh, yeah, my turn now.
You tell me what number 6 is, mister. I know a lot about movies. Number 6.
Oh, yeah, it's my turn. David made the effing list. So let's let him say his list since this is his podcast, and that's what was going on here.
Number 6 was, of course, the pivotal scene at the end of The Wedding Singer when our dear Adam Sandler reveals to Drew Barrymore that he loves her and sings that cute little song to her that he wrote.
Absolutely adorable. I mean, it's classic.
Classic.
And it can't be understated that we should totally rewatch that scene. Like, once a year at least.
Oh,
like,
of course.
It's really great. It's fantastic.
It inspired a Broadway musical.
And I mean, so much. Like, to get onto Broadway is no small feat.
I know.
And so, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Very good. Number 6.
Yes, number 6.
Absolutely. Number 5.
Number 5.
Has a special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the Blu-ray right here. Now, it's not always on the Blu-ray edit. Sometimes it varies here and there.
That's
There is
sad.
a lovely scene, though, with Scrooge and his love. And they have a beautiful musical piece between each other. It's commonly not on the Blu-ray for some reason. It's
Why?
Well, it wasn't in the theatrical cut. It was considered a deleted scene, Blu-ray. But if you do have the DVD, it's included typically in a double cut. Like they have a theatrical cut and an extended cut on the DVD. So don't shy away from that. It is very, very gorgeous. Very good song. And I don't know the actress's name, but she has a very good voice. Like it's a very, very beautiful scene. Obviously, she's much younger than Michael Caine. But
it's the emotion. It's
absolutely.
the feel, yes.
I mean, Michael Caine's there as older Scrooge, not younger Scrooge.
Of course.
There is a younger actor playing younger Scrooge. I don't know his name either. He's honestly less important. He doesn't feature as heavily in the musical, but he does sing in it. He has a part too that's important. So it's one of those moments that's often looked over in the... I mean, we're not totally talking sexy scenes. We're talking very lovingly scenes here. And that's a very important scene. So I very much like that. So that's number 6.
Well, continuing on our theme of the age difference, that leads us into number 5. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, where we have a tiny little old man who's actually a little boy, and a tiny little girl who fall deeply in love, and despite their age differences... Yes. Despite the age difference in their appearance, they're actually the same age, and so their love is quite beautiful.
Whoa! That's like no. There's like a movie where Blake Lively gets struck by lightning in a car, and Harrison Ford is in it, and that guy who does a really good Harrison Ford impersonation, because that's on the YouTube.
30 going on 13.
No, it's called
The Age of Adeline.
Yeah, that one.
You do bring up a good point that it's very similar in premise.
I bring up a good point.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rare thing.
So number 4.
Number four is when you're online and nothing's quite doing it for you, and then you're on X videos, and
Family Guy,
and you look up brothers.
What are you talking about?
Isn't this? Are we talking about like internet porn and shit?
Number 4.
Number 4! Continuing on the theme of Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore movies is obviously 50 First Dates.
That's your number 4?
It's my number 4. Drew Barrymore. She was in an accident and she continually loses her memory and has to repeat the same day over and over and over and over. And Adam Sandler has to convince her that they are in love over and over and over. And so after their 50 First Dates, it ends with a scene set several years later where they're married and they have a child together, and he has to wake her up and remind her that they are in love.
And she still doesn't remember their first date. Is that
She
right?
still doesn't remember, but their love will continue.
That
Because
is
he spends
crazy.
each and every day making her fall in love with him.
How does she does that? Like, remind us of how she does that, because that process is really fantastic.
Because
You've never seen the movie?
No, I'm asking him to remind us of that. 'Cause
Well,
it's fantastic.
he has
Is
a
this some sort of?
Do you
is
need
this like,
me to say
no,
it?
is this like some sort of? Are you guys like what if? Okay, like if you haven't seen 50 First Dates, then the concept of 50 First Dates isn't gonna interest you enough to be like, oh, let's talk about
He's
it
seen it.
on a YouTube video. Why would anybody want to talk about on the?
Why
like,
would anyone who's going to watch this video want to listen to you?
what what's this for? I don't.
It's for people who would be interested in watching this.
Do you have a better number 4 or number
Yeah.
3?
Number four,
We already did number 4.
number 3.
I
Number
had
3.
a 3, but okay, you can have 3.
Number three is when a girl is in a bathtub and she's on her back, and she's in like
Family viewers here.
I don't
Family viewers.
I don't know what that means. That means number 3.
Or at least PG-13.
Number 3, and then the woman in the woman in the bathtub. It's called Tub Girl.
What he's even asking us to do here?
I'm just saying
us
these
to
guys
look up
are some
horrible
sick
things.
fuck.
No,
Come on.
no.
The top 10 most romantic scenes in
Yeah.
cinema. This is a good topic.
I heard sexy.
No,
It's clearly diminished since you arrived.
romantic scenes.
Guys, go back, rewind it.
Yeah,
not
we have
rewinding.
to go back.
We are live. We're live.
David,
So,
You see
so
those-
those of you who are still tuning in, we thank you.
You see them talking on the side and yelling at you? Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you can't read, that's why.
David, number two. I think we're on number.
No,
2.
we're on number 3.
We're on number 3.
I think I gave a pretty good number 3.
No, yours was terrible.
Forgetting
Number
Sarah Marshall.
3. Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Great film.
Absolutely.
Great film.
Great record.
Great record.
That's from that movie. No, that's not from that movie.
No.
That's from Walk Hard.
Yeah, it was very...
Hard.
So what are your opinions of Forgetting Sarah
Walking
Marshall?
Oh my god, written by some very beautiful minds and
Hard.
had one of the funniest spin-offs, by the way,
Walking
ever.
hard.
But
Get
that's
into
a
the
totally...
Greek. Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally
Walking
sidetracking there.
hard.
Just a very brilliant
Walking
love story of like We so often see somebody that's just so lost as a male character. Like,
that's you bring up a great point. It's a romantic comedy from a male's perspective rather than from the dopey female. No offense to our female viewers.
absolutely.
Like you care.
Excuse me?
He's just let it go. Like, he's so lost. We get not to make any notions, but for the rare occurrence, we do get male genitalia. And while that's not something that needs to be brought up, it is an interesting note on the film. Like, it's such a rare thing.
Exactly.
And
As you
I
were
mean, there's
saying.
just so many adorable moments in it. They're so humanizing. He just drank, like,
That's just water.
3-year-old water.
That's just.
You're right. It's literally water. And it's really old water.
So, number
I cannot believe you drank
2.
that. Yeah, I mean...
Tastes like a kiddie pool.
Number 2.
Number 2. I don't even remember anymore.
We should have brought the list.
We should have brought the list.
Is this one any different?
Nope. Please don't drink it. I'm gonna have to make you leave. Stop it.
It's just water.
Number 2, Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp?
Lady and the Tramp.
Sure. Lady and the Tramp.
You have a Cocker Spaniel who is purebred and comes from... It's the classic story of two people from opposite tracks. She's a purebred Cocker Spaniel, and then you have this mutt, this tramp from the street, and they are not bound by social barriers, and it might seem like a cutesy Disney film about dogs, but it's making a social commentary.
There's depth there that is even yet to be realized. Like,
Hey guys,
such a commentary.
is this number 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm on board.
I mean, if nobody can fail to, like, remember the cuteness of the spaghetti scene. Like, people recreate that on dates.
Oh,
I mean, it's
it's
dogs, but it's so adorable.
It's a classic.
It's a
And
classic,
I mean,
thank you.
we can acknowledge that dogs can't slurp noodles, which makes it even more of a human classic to
exactly.
me, because it is humanizing those creatures, and
Exactly,
that is what
yes.
the film's really about.
Mhm.
It's the merging of human societies and cultures.
Yes,
and it's
exactly.
beautiful.
Number 1! What's number 1? What's number 1? What's the number 1 most romantic?
What do you think it is? Huh? You've been butting in all top 10. What do you fucking think number 1 is?
Whoa, PG-13. PG-13.
PG-13.
I'm sorry,
This guy
everybody.
talks about his dirty shit.
Guys,
What do you
come
think
on.
number 1 is?
Where am I supposed to look?
Yeah, he didn't have a number 1.
No, where am I supposed to look? I'm
Bullshit.
still unclear.
Who cares where
Up
you're
there.
supposed to look? You say you're number 1. You don't
What's
have
the
one.
difference between looking right there? and
It
right
isn't
there?
one. What's your number 1? You don't have one. Number 1.
David, where am I supposed to look?
You're supposed to look here.
That don't feel natural to me.
Yeah, because
Nothing you have said tonight has been natural.
Guys, the number 1...
Is it Flubber? That's Flubber, isn't it?
It's number... Guys, the number 1 most...
Dumbo? Is it Dumbo?
I get it, I'm an asshole, okay? So, if you want to be a bigger asshole than me,
Alright.
keep being an
Guys,
asshole.
guys, come on. Come on,
Alright.
stop.
I'm sorry. You got an honest number 1. I will back off.
Where am I supposed to look? I don't like look. I still don't like.
Okay, just look at me then. Tell me what your number 1 is.
Don't know that.
Let's have a dialogue.
Look at him like a conversation.
No, I kind of like seeing myself.
Look at yourself, and that's good.
Guys, number 1. Guys, the number 1 most romantic scene. The number one most romantic scene is the scene where a person takes all the weight of everything that they know and everything that they are and everything that they experience, and they take it real deep, and they accept all the mistakes they've made. They take it all in, and they know they can't go back. They just, you know, they just want to go. They just say, this is what they say. Let me tell you, this is what they say. This is what they say. They say, here's the thing. I love you. And that's all there is to it. That's all I got. That's all I know.
I mean, that's deep, man. I mean,
Hey.
did you have a scene in mind? I mean, that's very, you know, that's very nice. Like, did you actually, you know, have a scene from a specific movie? Because are you okay?
Guys,
Should we go?
Guys, I thought we were making. I kind of thought this was a movie.
No, man, we're live.
We're live. Look,
The audience
Viewers.
is totally reacting like that. They're totally with you right now, man.
I think are getting hits.
Absolutely. I mean, look at the comments, man. They're totally with him right now. Like, pour your heart out, man. It's real.
I got.
You're real right now.
This is number one.
I had like a lot of bad dreams. I got no idea what's. Cause I kind of, you know, when it's like, when like, you know, it's like a girl, and there's like tentacles. And that's what we're talking about, right?
No.
Like, Alien? Why'd you do that with the... What's... Okay,
we'd like-
number 2!
We're on number one.
Oh, right.
But we'd like to thank all of you for sticking with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Jaffa Cake Break.
Jaffa Cake Break. This may or may not be a regular segment.
It's a real Jaffa Cake. For those of you that don't know Jaffa Cakes, I'm going to literally read the package here. We're from America. We don't totally know Jaffa Cakes.
We're ignorant Americans.
For those, not totally, we have Jaffa Cakes.
We have Jaffa Cakes.
For those of you that don't know, Jaffa Cakes are from England. It's like, it's got cake and then dark chocolate. And in the middle, there's like this orange jelly stuff. And they're pretty good. Those of you that haven't had them, check them out. You can get them on Amazon or something like that. You know, do whatever. They're pretty good. Jaffa Cake Break.
We love you, England.
Absolutely. I don't know what we're going at. No.
Number one! Speaking of England, it's a great segue into talking about number one. Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet, starring Claire Danes and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wait a minute. Your number one is Romeo and Juliet.
Shakespeare, man.
Right. But we're not talking theater.
But like...
So your number one is theater made film.
And isn't that the way?
Well, instead of original piece, which
But it's a
all
great
of our previous 9 have been.
But this is an original piece. It's set.
It isn't, though. It's an adaptation of Shakespeare.
But it's taking it and setting it today and making it cinematic.
You're one of the greatest
you asked what I thought was
pieces of all time, then adapting it to theater or to film and calling it one of the best romantic scenes of all time for film. That's not fair to
We're
film.
bookending our entire thing here. We start with a Leo movie, end with a Leo movie.
No, I disagree. I don't think that's
that is
fair.
film. There's a cinematic
I don't think it's
progression.
fair to film.
But Love Fool.
Love
Love Fool. It's one of the most romantic songs in cinema.
It's fine. It's not fair to
Hi.
the film.
You alright, man?
You guys need to stop talking about movies and just, like, go out there and, like, do it.
Do what?
Come on.
You remember that, ladies and gentlemen. Just go out there and do it.
Just do it.
This has been the
Stop
David Podcast.
fucking blogging!
Please to our viewers, I apologize for the profanity that has been displayed today.
This is episode 1.
Oh!
Yes,
Oh my
it's
God! Look
entertainment
at us!
value.
Look at
Will
us!
continue
We've
to
got-
be brought to you
we've
by
got
Joseph
another-
Cole.
And Jaffa Cakes!
Another
Some Jaffa
video!
Cakes!
Another video about the 10 most romantic scenes! Look at us! Look at us! Oh, we're something fucking special!
Episode 2 will not be about the most
We're
romantic.
something
something
fucking
new, man.
special!
So, if you liked this, we will do an episode 2 of
Sub and
David's
subscribe.
Top 10. So, that wraps up our show for the day.
Or the ever.
Maybe. I'm sorry. Thank you for all of you who stuck with us, and hope to see you again.
Good night.
Good night.